Welcome to problem set 4 of the indices crackdown. Now, before I start any more questions, I just want to highlight to anyone who might be out there watching these videos, I want to emphasize something. In order for these videos to work for you, what you're supposed to do at the beginning of every problem set, you're supposed to pause the video and then try attempt the question on your own without any external assistance. Now, upon reaching whatever answer you have, you can fast forward the video to the part where I have reached the answer. Normally, I double underline the answers. Now, if it happens that you have gotten the very same answer that is in the video, it means that congratulations, you have arrived at the correct answer and can continue attempting more questions. But should it happen that you have not reached the answer, then you can play the video so that you can go over any mistakes which could have costed you marks. Now, moving along, the question says find the exact value of 9 to the power negative half. If I am given this type of question, the first thing I would do is to isolate the half and the negative 1, because negative half is a product of a positive half and negative 1. And then we all know that 9 to the power half is more like square root of 9. And then square root of 9, because this is more like second root. And then square root of 9, we all know it's 3 to the power negative 1, all of which is 1 over 3. Moving along, you are told to simplify 81x to the power 12, y to the power 4, all of which is in brackets and powered by 1 over 2. Now, the 2 on the outside hints that whatever is here should be made into a power of 2. And then I recall that 81 is the same as 9 squared. So I'm going to rewrite it like that. And then what's going to happen is I would next be distributing the half. I'm going to distribute the half. Now, distributing the half, this is going to be 2 by half. And then 12 by half, 14 by half, all of which would be 2 by half is 1, so it's more like 9 to the power of 1, which is just 9. And then 12 times half is 6, therefore it's x to the power 6. And then 14 by half is 7, therefore it's y to the power 7. Now, you are basically going to repeat the same thing for the next question. Noticing that we have half here means that whatever is inside, which is the 16, I must find a way of representing it as something to the power 2. Now, we all know that 16 is the same as 4 squared. Therefore, let me just fix that. Therefore, the next thing I'm going to do is to distribute my half. So it's going to be 4, 2 by half, 8 by half, 2 by half. Basically, all I'm doing is distributing the power half, which is on the outside. Now, 2 by half is basically 1. 2 times half is 1. So this is going to be 4. I can decide to write a 1, but it is never advisable to do so because it's a bit immature. And then 8 by half is 4, so you're going to say x to the power 4. And then 2 by half is 1, so it's going to be y. So our final answer is 4x to the power 4 y. Now moving along, the next question says find the value of 25 to the power 0. 25 to the power 0 follows the rule which says anything to the power 0 is 1. Yes, you said it right. So my final answer is 1. Now this one, since I'm seeing 64 to the power 2 over 3, I'm going to ask myself, how, looking at the 3, how can I, what number can I make to the power 3 such that whatever I put inside the box to the power 3 will give me 64? We all know that it's 4. If you are familiar with your cube numbers, this should not be much of a sweat. Now, after that, we all know that the 3 is going to cancel the 3. So you would be left with 4 squared. And then 4 squared is basically 16. And then same thing for this one. You are basically going to find a number you can represent as 64. So basically you just need to find something that you can represent as something squared to the power 3 over 2. The reason why it should be something squared is because of the 2 at the bottom. It's as if the 2 at the bottom dictates what is this side. If this is 2, this has to be 2. If we go back, if this is 3, this has to be 3. Now, recapping your basic numeracy, we all know that 8 squared is 64. So it means that the 64 has been replaced by the 8 squared. So this works out. Now, 8 squared by 3 over 2, the 2 and 2 are going to cancel out because these will multiply. Hence, you are basically left with 8 to the power 3. Now, the next thing, since the question was saying find the value of, and it never said leave your answer in index form, it means that you're going to compute 8 by 8 by 8, which is basically 512. Thank you.